Yeah, what's going on, my people? You already know who it is. It's your boy Prophet Pete, and we here tonight. We got a special guest, a friend of not only the Prophet Radio Show, not only Prophet Pete, but also a friend of WEMS Radio. And we're definitely going to get in tonight. We got my man Mac Daddy in the building, right? I wonder if he raps. I think we're going to talk about that a little later. I don't know. He might rap, but he does a lot of things. So he might rap, he might dance. He might be an artist on the low, but we're gonna bring him in and we're gonna get this interview started because they got a lot of good things going on over on that side of town. So what's going on, my brother, my man, Daddy Mac Daddy? Do you ever switch it up?
No, I never switch it up.
Never switch it up. So none of that crisscross stuff from back in the days, right?
No. My name is Nick Mac Daddy Mac. That's what I keep it at.
That's it. That's awesome. So if you want to introduce yourself for the people real quick and tell them a little bit about yourself, that'd be great.
Yeah, like Prophet introduced me. I am Nick Mac Daddy Mac. I'm producer of the Ryan Show FM, which airs here every week, hosted by Ryan Vernell, Hamptons Dave, and Mr. Cheeks of the Lost Boys. And I also do a lot within the sports world as well. I'm a writer for Fansided for the Dallas Mavericks, and I also am a writer for former NFL head coach Hugh Jackson and his foundation, as well as the RyanShow.fm. So I'm a jack of many trades.
Yeah. How is it that, producing a talk radio show and as well doing sports and writing? Because I'm not a writer. Me writing, I definitely got a lengthy process. So how does that work for you?
So first of all, the production role is something I kind of just I developed when I developed my relationship with Ryan and Hamptons Dave. I went to high school with those guys back in the day, so we've had a long-standing relationship, and we reconnected during the pandemic when I just started blogging out of nowhere because I was just really bored when COVID first hit, and I just started blogging, and my passion was sports, and Ryan saw my talent, and before you know it, that snowballed into me getting big guests for the show and interviewing guys on my own, like Sugar Ray Leonard and Allen Houston and guys like that. I've done one-on-one interviews within 3 months of starting writing. So I had a lot of momentum early on. And then, Ryan saw my passion and my energy and the way I could get things done, and he made me a producer, and it's been the sky is the limit ever since.
Yeah. And then you have a weekly sports show, right?
Yeah, on my YouTube, To The Rack, produced by Ryan Vernell and TRS Productions. To The Rack with Mac. It's a weekly NBA show on YouTube, so that's my main focus lately, for sure.
So when it comes to the whole sports outlook, what is your favorite sport?
Basketball, and I don't think it's particularly close. I found myself yesterday. I'm a Giants fan, so my season's been over for a couple weeks, right? My NFL season. So I watched the Giants game, and it was good. They won. They kicked Carolina's butt, 25-3. But I found myself the second half of the day. I was like, you know what? The Nets are playing the Hornets right now. I want to watch that instead. And I'm glad I did because KD had a game. Miles Bridges had a game. It was a fun game to watch. So I find myself flipping off football for basketball these days.
Interesting. And I don't watch sports too much, but I definitely lost the ability to actually watch a football game because for me personally, I think they turn into prima donnas as far as playing the game. They don't do some of the things that they used to do back in the days. Like,
I can see what you mean. With like all the rule changes. There's no roughing the quarterback is really kind of like you can only hit a quarterback between his shoulders and his knees. It's like, what is that? If I get him around the ankles, what's the difference? But I could get what you mean by that point for sure.
Yeah, I don't think basketball has changed at all in any way. Like it's remained the same. As far as interaction and the playing, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that
anymore. So we don't got people going around just busting backboards for the hell of it, or to stop the clock or whatever.
Right. I mean, you definitely see the proof is in the pudding. You definitely see more outside shooting than we ever have in the NBA right now. Thank you, Steph Curry, for changing the league, right? But definitely more. It's rare that you see a power forward play the power forward position. When we think of power forwards, we think of like Larry Johnson and Charles Barkley and Karl Malone. Those are real power. Tim Duncan. These days, these guys are all stretch fours. I mean, even Giannis, the most dominant power forward in the game, is taking outside jump shots and trying to develop his 3-point shot. So the game has definitely changed in that aspect.
Yeah, but definitely that there is more just action in sport. I just wish that we still had a lot of the nitty gritty, down and dirty, playing dirty. I guess that's what I like to see. The little
You know,
extra elbow, the little extra bump or something.
yeah, I can agree with that because I grew up with that era too, right? I grew up watching Jordan get slammed by the Pistons and the Celtics before, before 1992 and 1993. I grew up with the hard-nosed Knicks play of the 90s, late 80s and 90s, Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, all them guys. Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward, smallest guy on the court, fighting everybody, but no, I definitely see what you mean by that. Like it's definitely got a correlation with the way society is these days, right?
Yeah, just we oversensitize sports. That's what we have done. Definitely.
And I'm in 100% agreement with you for sure. We've oversensitized sports, and it's definitely paid with the product a little bit. Although I do still think it's a watchable product.
Basketball definitely.
Oh hell yeah!
Basketball definitely. Football, I can watch it, but I'm not as entertained as I used to be. Even Super Bowls are not even like the thing for me anymore. But and I'm not even going to talk about baseball. We are not even going to get into that. But what was it that actually that developed your passion for sports?
When I was growing up, and my dad was really big into sports, and I get a lot of it from him. I got to thank my father and my stepfather for that. They both raised me with a love and passion for sports. My dad was my basketball coach most of my life growing up, so there was definitely it comes from there too. But then I hit some speed bumps and some rough patches in my life where I couldn't calm down. I was I hit the ground running with an addiction pretty bad, and during my darkest times, I noticed the one constant was I always, no matter how dark it got, I always got enjoyment from sports. I'd flip on a basketball game, a football game, even a baseball game, and it would immediately like eliminate that anxiety I dealt with every day. So it was kind of my drug away from drugs before I got clean.
Wow. And that's deep. And that's something that, a lot of people don't really pay attention to or even understand that even in your darkest places, you gotta find that highlight of your day or the highlight of your life, which for you was sports. And me being an athlete, I was a football player at one time, a long, long, long time ago. That was my safe place. It kept me out of trouble. It kept me in the places where I needed to be, so I wouldn't get into the things that my friends were getting into.
Right.
And and it's just a wonderful thing, and it saves people in so many different ways. Even if you didn't play the sport, watching it and finding enjoyment in it is one of those things. And just to hear you say that is, I commend you in even putting that out there and saying, in my darkest places, sports is what saved me or had me in a good place.
Yeah, it just kind of eliminated temporarily, obviously, because the sports game is only a couple hours long, and there's only so many highlights you can watch over and over. But like, for those 2-3 hours that the game would be on, it would temporarily relieve that anxiety I dealt with every day that otherwise I would be filling with stuff that was very harmful to me. And I realized it now. Like looking back, I would have never thought that deep about it. Like it wasn't that serious. But I'm allowed. Hindsight's 2020, and the way I see it now is that that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, and hindsight is definitely 2020. And some people don't even understand what that means, but you see things clearly after it happens. You can sit there and analyze it. You got time to process it. So it's something great. So transitioning from understanding that sports was something that relieved some of that anxiety and that stress. How did you transition into where you are today?
Well, I think I kind of alluded to it before a little bit, but I'll get more into detail. When the pandemic hit, you know, and sports stopped, and I had no like I have a wife and three kids, and we were all locked in the house together. We're all unsure, of what real how serious everything is. The beginning stages of COVID before we knew anything about it. We just knew people were dying. We were locking down. We were closing schools, and it was a scary time. So, but sports stopped too, right? And all my like everything I escaped with was gone, and like all that anxiety and stress is bottled up. Plus, we're not working. Everybody's stuck at home together. So I just started writing anything I could think of with sports, even looking ahead to when the season resumed, whatever I could even talk about sports wise. And it started like gaining a lot of traction, like immediately. Like the third article I wrote was an article about Jorge Masvidal, the UFC fighter, and he retweeted it and put it out on his Twitter, and it got like 10,000 views. My third article ever. So it was just, and then everybody started catching wind of it, and I started getting traction, and it felt good too. Like it was, I knew this was something I wanted to do when I was a little kid, and unfortunately, like I said before, like the avenues I took never really led down that path again until 3 years ago now.
And that's pretty interesting because it, you stated that during the pandemic is when all this began. Around that time, we had no sport, but
Right.
you found a way to still
Yep.
reconnect and push out that information that gave you peace, the thing that calmed you down so much, and you just even having the foresight to be able to put it out there the way that you did and gain traction because we
Right.
did everything did stop like I and we're just kind of maybe what a year and a half going it'll be 2 years soon that
Yeah.
all this started going on, and people kind of do forget what actually happened when it did happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
It's
it's getting long ago now. You know what I mean? Like it's actually almost 2 years, like you said, and we forget like how honestly shut off we really were from the world. Like all we really had was our phones, the information that we were being fed through our TVs and our phones, and like, but no distractions, no work, no school, no no public interaction whatsoever. So it was, yeah, like people quickly forget how crazy it was at the very beginning, those first 3-4 months.
3-4 months, and and I want to make sure that I'm correct on this, especially if you went to school with Ryan, Hampton, Dave, and everyone knows each other. You are a New Yorker,
Oh
right?
yeah,
You
born on the east end of Long Island. Yep.
right. So with we all know that New York is one of those places that has never, well, as long as we've been on this earth, has never been shut down and has been the way that it was until the pandemic hit. I literally swore to God I was watching an old Western movie and I was watching tumbleweeds go down the street. I swear to you. And I'm like, what is going on here? This is very awkward.
I gotta say, but I wasn't actually in New York when the pandemic hit. I've actually lived in Canada, Western Canada, for the last 4 years. I moved up here with my wife and three kids. They're originally from here, so I moved here 4 years ago almost.
Mm. Oh, so you up there and over that way.
Yeah, I'm up near like Seattle, Washington, and Montana, like right above there.
Wow. Interesting. What time is it there, by the way?
It's 8:20.
8:20. So you ain't that far behind the situation that we got going on over here.
2 hours. Two
Yeah,
hours.
but Canada just seems so far away. By the way, I just wanted to let you know that.
And all the rumors about it being really cold, they're true, and then some. Y'all don't even understand cold till you move up here. It really is like the North Pole sometimes. Minus 40. Minus 40 is the coldest I've felt.
Yeah, interesting. So I know you guys that the Ryan Show and everybody that you guys operate with and the way that you move, you have an event that is coming up in the next few days, early part of next week. So you want to tell the people about that and what's going on and what's going to happen and who's going to be there?
Absolutely. I mean, it's next Monday, November 1st. It'll be live on YouTube. We'll be blasting out the link. I'm sure WEMS Radio and Profit here will be there. Multiple orphanages within the organization. And homelessness for youth is a really big issue down in Uganda right now. There's 37 million people that make up the population of Uganda, and 56% are under the age of 18. And of that 56%, nearly half are homeless, whether it be because of violence or poverty or domestic abuse in the home, whatever the case may be. There's definitely a homeless youth problem in Uganda, and Abakinder and the Ryan Show have come together to showcase the incredible talents in a virtual talent show for everybody to see live, free on YouTube. Instead of asking for for you to pay for a ticket, we're asking maybe make a donation to Abakinder International. And if you can't afford that, just share the link on social media, because these kids are incredibly talented. Me and Ryan have been getting video footage all week of these kids practicing their talents, and they are absolutely incredible. I mean, and we are showcasing everything. But there's singing, there's spoken word poetry, there's rap, there's boxing exercises, there's braiding hair, there's arts and crafts. You name it, there's 21 different segments of talents coming up. So it's such a special event. And we're so proud at the Ryan Show to be able to give these kids a platform that they've never had before.
Right. So you said 21 individuals showcasing 21 different types of talent.
Nope.
Like
21 different segments. So there's going to be 21 different segments, but with like 5 or 6 talents within those segments. So there's hundreds of talents out there.
So we talking about a lot of individuals that are going to be showcasing what they got going on. And I think that is super amazing, especially because, although we might be on opposite sides of the world, right?
Right.
What technology has done has allowed us to come together. And what the Ryan Show is doing, what Ryan is doing, what you are doing, what you guys are doing, is really making the world a smaller place, right? By showcasing this talent there and making people understand that, look, just because they're there doesn't mean that they can't do it like we do it here stateside.
I mean, and we were just talking about the pandemic. Most of these children have lived through a pandemic while being homeless, living in an orphanage with hundreds of other children. There is 15,000 homeless children just in this one city alone in Uganda between the ages of 7 and 17, which is absolutely incredible when you think about it. It's just like almost heartbreaking, and they've never had a platform like this that we're able to provide them. We have many celebrity special guests showing up, even ones that we're waiting to confirm at the last minute, but you're going to be excited about them. But I mean, you got celebrities like Michael Vick, the former NFL quarterback. Chris Mullen is going to be coming by. Kathy Jones, Sirius XM radio hosts, the infamous Amadeus, G-Shit, DJ Diamond. I mean, you got a lot of great people coming out. Los Angeles Chargers wide receiver Jason Moore currently plays on the team, and NFL head coach Hugh Jackson, who I mentioned before. So there's a lot of people coming out and showing support, and we're trying to put the best event possible together. And really, it's all about the kids, man. It's all about the children and what they have in store for us.
And for those of you that are listening and watching, what you don't know, and I've been witness to it, when Ryan and his people put an event together, it has nothing to do with the money or the glitz and glamour. It is really put together to showcase the people that are there, that actually showcasing their talent. Like, that's what I've seen. I've seen it firsthand. This is not one of those things where it's like, yo, we just throwing a party just to throw a party. We're having an event just to have an event. there is a purpose, that there's a reason why this is happening. And I've watched this happen time and time and time again.
Yeah, I mean, and this is definitely hands down the most important one we've ever done, for sure. I mean, Ryan has said it multiple times on his own platform just how much this means to him. When you hear the stories of what a lot of these people, not just the kids, but the organization itself and the people within the organization who have shared their stories of surviving war and surviving violence, it really puts things into perspective. Not only does it like hit you, but it humbles you too, and makes you realize just how good you have it. Like, I don't have to wake up and worried about, soldiers raiding my town when I wake up in the morning. That's just not something I've ever had to deal with. So when you hear it from all these, people that are in this situation, it really, it's a culture shock. It really is. But now we've got to use that in a good way, and we are. Like, we've got to use the fact that it's affected us and make it affect so much other people, so we can really help out.
Yeah, and it's definitely, and I gotta commend you guys with what you're doing, because it's something that has to be done. It's something that the people need to see, and I can't wait to lock in and watch. Like, I'm because I want to see it. I have interviewed and connected with artists in East Africa, West Africa, all over the Africa continent, and it's one of those things that, because we get so stuck in who we are, being in the States and being on this side, that we forget that there's a whole nother world of people that could do it just as good as we do it.
Absolutely. And one other thing I wanted to mention about this is that there's actually a talented filmmaker who actually volunteers at the orphanage, and he lives on the grounds of the orphanage, and he volunteers as a maintenance person, but he filmmakes on the side, and he's going to be making the documentary all about everything leading up, the work leading up to this wonderful show, during the show, post show, how things follow up. And we're going to be making it into a documentary and showing it at different film festivals across the country and the world, hopefully. So we can't wait for that either. We're going to, this one event is not the end, is not the end of our work with Abakinder International Ministries, or will it ever be? Because we're going to spread the word as much as we can. So please be on the lookout for that documentary as well.
And that is definitely amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick music break. And when we come back, we're going to talk more about this event. We're going to talk more about some of the talent that is going to be there, and some of the celebrity, a little more about the celebrities that are going to be in the building, being part of this event. And we all know that it's going to be streamed live on YouTube, but we're going to need a little more information to make sure that before it even airs, that people can lock in and where they can find the links and everything else. So here we go. We got Breeze in the building. Definitely somebody that we met through the Ryan show. Shout out to Ryan. We got Breeze. Money Mitch.
Blow them away, the breeze.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit hard, bro. This shit look like a spaceship.
Shit look like money, B. This type of money you need to get on, yo.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. This one money looking like. I wanna be like y'all niggas in the field. Y'all niggas got money. Y'all gotta talk to me.
You hear what this nigga talking about?
Gotta get that bag,
You
nigga.
don't wanna be like us, you wanna be like you. Like you, another nigga with another bag.
Word
Heard
up.
me?
Get your hustle up. Get your focus right.
Yo, what you telling me?
I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip, and my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip, and my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. Breeze and pop on this Money Mitch shit. Bitch, this is the remix. Wave guard, we making them seasick. Son of book off the D, no Phoenix. Bought that mafia like 3-6. Gangland, I know y'all seen this. My drip so clean, no Kleenex. Run and shoot, how you niggas on defense. After me, I bet the nigga need Jesus. Walk in the store, bet the jeweler gon' freeze us. Move bass like I transport speakers. Yo house, my feet up. Mr. Tato, all seasons. 4 demons, top 4 seasons. I kept a neck, my kneeling. I'm hot, you not, I'm free. My young boys be drilling shit. In the hood, I've been dealing shit. Roof back, let them see the tits. I'm a saucy nigga on my saucy stick. On my waist, keep a 30 clip. Act up, let them see the shit. Run down, let you see the pits. I'm a saucy nigga on my saucy stick. I'm paid a fool like I'm Money Mitch. With 100 clip. And my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid a fool like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor. Got Louis Vuitton. Got bricks to the roar. I'm paid a fool like I'm Money Mitch. With 100 clip. And my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor. Got Louis Vuitton. Got bricks to the roar.
I'm paid in full like Money Mitch. Careful who you give money with. See what happened, what they done to Rich. Never let keep the gun ahead. See a out, we gon' walk them down. Make no mistake that we running shit. Seen apartments with 100 bricks. Take the coke to the numb your lips. Niggas drilling all these drumming shit. Harlem world full of drumming shit. Nah, Trey, Billy Bad, I'm a dog nigga, you summer bitch. Call a vet, I got dog niggas. That dog niggas tell me who you want bit. I'm a tough nigga, give a fuck about who you gon' get. Really do, might kill a hoe. Choke her out while I'm drilling hoe. Car cost, call a million hoe. Give a fuck with my selling go. All these guns we concealing hoe. Niggas know what the deal is, yo. fuck around, I make a killing hoe.
I'm paid a fool like I'm Money Mitch. With 100 clip. And my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid a fool like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor. Got Louis Vuitton. Got bricks to the roar. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. With 100 clip. And my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor. Got Louis Vuitton. Got bricks to the roar.
Yo, what you telling me?
Yeah. And we back, y'all. We got Mac Daddy in the building.
Yeah.
Definitely in the building. And we here, man. And, you know, it was something that you said earlier that really, you know, when you basically said just to hear some of the stats you was putting out with what was going on in Uganda and just, you know, over there on that side and just to hear about, you know, you said 7 to 17 years of age children being homeless. You know, to me, that's just wild to even hear.
You know, it's even crazier. Well, I mean, just think about it. 56, over 19.5 million kids under the age of 18 are homeless. I'm sorry, make up the population of Uganda, not homeless, but 19.5 million people under the age of 18.
Yeah, like that is wild to me, bro. Like I have children. So just to imagine them being 7 years old, being on the street, being homeless. Like I wouldn't even know what to do with myself. Like that would just drive me crazy and insane. And just knowing that, you know, this does happen. And, you know, some of the things that we do see in movies and stuff like that, we really need to understand that just because we see it in the movie is not true. Like there are, you know, soldiers invading villages and there's a lot of things going on that we do not here have to worry about that. But that's what they do worry about.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were kind of talking about that before. It's like stuff you really, in our everyday lives, we don't think about those kind of things. You know, our worries seem so trivial when you really hear the stories from these kids and these organizations. And that's why this event is so important. These kids have never gotten an opportunity like this in their lives. We're going to work to make sure that this isn't the first and only opportunity. We're going to make sure that this isn't the first event that we hold with Abakinder International Ministries in Uganda. But, you know, it's taken a long time to put this together. It's taken a long time to make it possible, especially, you know, when COVID hit. that halted things for years. We were just about to put on the event, and then the pandemic hit. So almost 2.5 years later, we're ready to actually make this dream come true for so many. And that's the most important part of this entire thing.
And we're talking about over 100 individuals performing in different categories, right? It is a lot of things going on. You said there was some boxing stuff, there was music, singing. There's a lot of things going on. So it's not like you're going to your local showcase. This is going to be spoken word poetry. There's going to be, and I don't know, for the people that choose to be ignorant, you just assume that you won't understand what's going on, or they're probably not speaking English or anything like that.
Huge
But
misconception.
I will tell you, I have a friend that I went to high school with that was born out in Africa. She is Nigerian, and she lived in the States for a very long time and then chose to go back and live out there. And she worked for one of those places that actually go around and they do testing for STDs, AIDS, and she's all over Africa, south, east, west, wherever you think about it, that's what she does out there. And I got to commend her for it. And, there is just a strong misconception of what it is out there. But like I said, you really got to tune in, and you really need to tune into this event on Monday, November 1st, because it's going to enlighten you and educate you to a point where you're going to be like, Dag, I wish I would have known sooner.
And let me tell you, like, I think everybody, again, this is going back to issues we don't really ever think about, but everybody has the misconception that you might not be able to understand anything that they're saying or singing. Let me tell you, they are clear as day, and some of these kids are way more clear than half the music you hear today that people call mumble rap. So I don't even want to hear that. You know what I mean? So this is way more easier to understand than any little pump song I've unfortunately had to hear in my ears. So, but and let me tell you again, the practice footage that I've received so far, and that Ryan has received, I've gotten about 88 pieces of, rehearsal footage that I've gone through already, and you will be blown away by some of these singing performances, the drumming performances, the dancing performances, gymnastics, boxing. There's nothing that I haven't sat back and literally, as a person, as a human being and an adult that has worked on this project and been, wow, it blew me back, so it is definitely, it's been amazing. And like, I'm so grateful to be a part of it. I'm so grateful to be a part of the Ryan Show. And I know how much it means to Ryan. So I've had to work extra hard, to make it a reality for him and for everybody else involved too. All right. So again, Monday, November 1st, the ABBA, ABBA Kinder, KINDER International Ministries virtual talent show hosted by Ryan Vernell and Mr. Cheeks of the Ryan Show is going down. And it's going to be held virtually from the Kampala, Uganda, the capital city of Uganda, with special appearances by, like I said already, Mr. Cheeks, Spig Nice, Pretty Lou, the rest of the Lost Boys, of course, and former NFL quarterback Mike Vick, former NFL head coach Hugh Jackson, current NFL wide receiver Jason Moore, former NBA legend Chris Mullen, music artist G-Ship, music artist DJ Diamond, who did a lot of work with Drake already and continues to work with him, Kathy Jones, Luciana Pampalone, beautiful out east artist. She has some beautiful artwork, and much more to be confirmed, including a couple special guests. So, and again, we're not asking for money for tickets. If you can't afford a ticket, of course, just pop in the live stream, make a donation to ABBA Kinder International Ministries, help these kids out down in Kampala, Uganda. They're amazing. They're talented. And even if you can't afford a donation, just share the event out and let as many people know what we got going on.
And you already know that is Daddy Mac in the building, letting y'all know what is going on. And this is going to be an astronomical event where this is connecting the East and the West and the East, however you want to put it. It's going to be a beautiful event. And I will tell you that it is super duper important that you do tune in. And even if you're not able to see it when it's live, make sure that you watch it even after it streams and you're able to just share the information. Like
Yeah.
it's super duper important. Share it, right? And one thing that I've learned over the time that I've been doing this is that it's very easy for individuals to share the negative aspects of what goes on in the world, but they choose not to show the positive thing.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot going on for everybody these days. But if you could take an hour of your time, maybe even a little less, maybe even a little more, and just really enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy these kids enjoying themselves. And it'll remind you that there is joy, there is happiness in the world, and to feel something that powerful from the children of Kampala, Uganda, it's a indescribable feeling, but it's definitely the feeling you're going to get when you see these talents showcased next Monday night, for sure. Like there's no doubt in my mind that you will be affected, and you will be affected positively from this, and it'll make you want to get off your butts and really do something for the cause. So I implore you to really check it out and share, spread the word. Like Prophet was saying, man, spread the word as much as you can to everybody you can. The YouTube link will be at The Ryan Show on YouTube. The Ryan Show, very plain and simple. And also you can follow us on Instagram to get a direct click on the link in our bio at The Ryan Show. Also at The Ryan Show FM. You can follow Ryan Vernell personally at Ryan Vernell. Follow the other hosts at Hamptons Dave and at The Real Mr. Cheeks, The Real Mr. Cheeks 132. And you can follow me at Mac Daddy Ryan Show on Instagram and at Mac Daddy The Ryan Show on TikTok for all my NBA content.
And the way he delivered that was, as a professional, as he is, by the way, I just want everybody to know, right? So Mac Daddy, he was hitting you up with the IG. He does this, okay?
I've done it once or twice.
Once or twice here and there, right?
Right.
It definitely that's the way that he does it. And I think that, I can't wait for all of us to get together somehow, some way we figure it all out, because from the moment I met Ryan, from the moment I sat down with Mr. Cheeks, it was, I haven't met Hampton Dave in person, but
Right.
he definitely does have dope energy. No, actually, we didn't get to talk the day that I was there. It was just me, Cheeks, and Ryan that was chopping it up. Hampton Dave was doing some other things. But I want to say this. I definitely got nothing but love for you guys and what y'all do. Like, and that's all that it is. And we're going to sit there, we're going to rock together, and we're going to push together, and we're going to make this happen. And it doesn't cost anything to share a link, because you share stupidity all day. Share something that actually matters. And what matters is what's going on November 1st. And that's it.
One share can change a life. One share can change a life. Just think about it that way. Right person sees it, changes a kid's life, for the rest of their lives. So you could be saving someone just by clicking a button. That's all it takes.
And that's it. All it is the click of a button. Like it. Yes, and all types of emojis and everything else. You can sit there and share a link, and that's it.
100%. 100%.
So that's what this event means, not only to the Ryan Show, but it means it to the Prophet Radio Show NY, and it also means that much to WEMS Radio. So make sure that you do what you need to do, and make sure that you do change your life, because it is okay to change someone else's life when you choose not to do nothing different with yours. That's it. If you want to stay in that box, it's okay. But they don't want to be in that box. That's why they doing what they doing right now, and they're connecting with who they connected with, and that's why what's going on, and that's it. So we're gonna take it out. Anything else you want to say before you go?
No, just big ups to you, Prophet. Thank you for having me on. Shout out to WEMS Radio. And one more time, November 1st, the Abakinda Virtual Talent Show. It's going to be the biggest event of the year. Please come check it out. Again, one more time. It's for the kids. It's for their talents. You know, biggest platform they've ever had in their lives. So please, just do what you can. Share it out. One more, we've said it 100 times. I'll keep saying it. So,
and that's it. So yo, thank you, my brother. And we're gonna chop it up and we're gonna keep doing what we do, man, because that's important, man. Have a great night.
Thank you.
And yo, we about to get into this side guy joint. And when we come back, we got another guest. It's about to be popping and it's gonna be all the way lit. Let's get it, y'all. Whoopie.
Everything's a go. It's up and it's stuck. Whoop-de, 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 whoop-de. I told all my niggas don't get too excited. I jump on this track and say the wrong thing might get us indicted. Rest in peace to Melly, nigga. Rest in peace to That's red game. DG on my belt, nigga. That's dead game. I'm a street fighter, my reach long like thousand. The feds know me, the cops know me, free live brim. Salute me or shoot me. These niggas know me, the king of the bastard. I'm never slipping. Niggas be tripping. I stay with a fraction, 70K. I took a loss. I'm fighting the case. No trip to Cali. A nigga Milwaukee. I make him a plate. Spin my mojo. If she a hodo, no taking no photos. You see my outfit, swaggy my sweater, Scully G Soto. Rapping or trapping, they know that I get it. I'm back in the kitchen. Some niggas plates, some niggas food, some niggas they missed it. Wherever I go, I'm making a movie. Everything moving.
Yeah. And you already know it's your boy Prophet Pete, and we back in the building. We about to bring it on next guest for the evening. So let's get it, y'all. You heard?
Yo.
Yeah.
What's up, my man? It's good to be here. What's up, Prophet Pete?
Yo, man, I'm here. I'm just doing what I do. That's it. And I'm trying to spread the love with the event that I got popping off. So even before we get into that, I want you to introduce yourself and tell the people who you are, what you do, and where you from.
Yeah, no doubt. Yo, I go by Alibi Jones. I'm out of Buffalo, New York at 716. And I'm an executive writer and producer on The Ryan Show. And besides that, I've been a hip-hop writer and a rhyme spitter for about almost damn near a decade now. But mostly right now you catch me behind the soundboards and doing things and writing bits on The Ryan Show. So shout out to Buffalo.
Right, that's interesting. So you say you spitter, right? So you know you can't come on the Prophet Radio Show and talk about you a spitter, and I spit something, by the way. I didn't know if Ryan told you that you might have to spit something.
Oh no, that's cool. I thought you were expecting Hampton's Dave and you got Buffalo Justin, so I'm out here, but
it's all right. I think people from New York just really like to represent where they from. Like I'm Harlem all day. I say Harlem, I throw the H's up all day, right? You Buffalo, let's get it.
No doubt, dude. He's got me out of bed. I got my pajamas on and everything, boy. I just rolled up. I was ready to smoke out. So
wait, hold up.
You got like a beat for me or something? You want like a little acapella?
It's straight acapella, but wait, hold up. You sleeping that?
Nah, I just threw this shit back on, bro. I was up there, I rolled up. I was watching Seinfeld, dude. I was chilling.
Oh
man. Yo, check it.
What was going on? What was going on in the Seinfeld episode before we get into these bars real quick?
What's up?
What was going on in the Seinfeld episode before?
I don't know, dude. I think it was like the Soup Nazi one or something like that. I don't know, man. I just been watching that as like background noise, but I
No
guess we're gonna get
sushi.
into it. Let's get into it before we start talking about this charity right here, which is the most important thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it goes. 716. My name is Alibi Jones. I'll leave you in coffin with gold, like skull in the crossbones. I don't give a fuck what you spit when the lost tones. Alibi so deaf, I'm gonna say that's Holmes. So catch me back home. I'll be chilling with the chicken wings, chilling with the beer. Every single time I spit it, like it's raining every year. And then the winter when it hits, and then the snow, and then it's clear. It's like got the windshields off in the wiper. It's Alibi on the back like DC sniper. Take the crosshairs and I'm taking off the neck. Take the neck bone, then I'm taking the check. I need the dollar in the bank, get in the stank, I smoke it up real quick, and it catch me in the clink. But do a couple years popping, now pop a beer. Alibis call me big Papa every time it's clear. So I'm like a smooth saying soothsayer. I spit a different rhyme. I'm like, who's playing? And I don't give a fuck. Turn into a Super Saiyan, drop a spirit bomb every time that the rhyme playing it. So put me in your system. I'm switching and I'm moving like an engine with a piston. Catch me every time like 7 days a week when I'm trying to smash a different rapper when I see he's weak. Your future's looking bleak. I'm moving with the sheiks. I'm in the Middle East. In fact, I'm spitting like a sheik. Catch me with a turban. Catch me with a face wrapped like a bandana Santana. Every time I snap, I got a different bar. I got the same cards. Broke down real quick. Catching the fall. It's like, damn, I'm Jafar. I'm back like a villain. It's Alibi when I'm grilling. In fact, the rhymes and I'm killing. I'm fucking grilling them up, cook them up like some meat, and every time I stomp them down like some cleats in the beat, fucking tenderize real quick, tenderoni, take your chick back home for some head, my homie.
Gang. Right. Hold up, I got something for the people.
Yo, you gotta catch me. You gotta catch me in the AM too, dude. I just did the Ryan show too. I just crushed like 12 beers. I'm fucking just chilling, bro. It's like if you were hanging back in bed real quick and somebody's like, "Yo, Pete, you gotta hop up and do a show right now."
Yo, but it's definitely. But you know what? It's when you built for it.
Yeah, I just gotta keep freestyling me when I can.
It's one of those things that when you built for it, that's just what happens.
Hey man, with Griselda and all those dudes coming out of Buffalo, man, I pull out Buffalo, I can't not represent it, dude.
Yo, Griselda kills it all the time. I'm sorry.
Talking about fucking Benny the Butcher and those motherfuckers out here, dude. I cannot be not represented if I pull up do a little freestyle.
You gotta lay it down all the time. You definitely gotta represent when you do, and you just gotta be ready to go because you never know.
Yeah, I appreciate getting the machine guns on that one.
But it's super duper important, man. And before we even get into the charity event, the fundraiser, and pushing what's going on in Uganda. Right, you being a spitter and you just doing what you do. What was some of your inspirations in getting into, being able to do that? What was some of your?
Man, my favorite, like when I was a kid too, I was running around. I was listening to like punk rock, man. I was like a little skateboarder and shit. And what eventually segued me into hip hop was like your MF Dooms, your Aesop Rocks, like that Def Jux, that early LP influence, man. Like I've always been a fan of like Biggie. I was a fan of Big L. I was a fan of all the classics. But like what segued me in from like that hard rock and roll stuff into rap was like that independent, like underground kind of stuff. MF Doom, I mean, God bless, like rest Daniel Dumile, man. But like that was. I remember the first time I got into a car and we were like smoking a blunt and I was like 15 and all my friends were freestyling and shit like that. And I never really freestyled too. And like they spit a bar and it starts going around the cypher and it gets to me and I'm like, I like to rap and that's cool. And everybody's just like, yo, you're booty, dude. You suck. It's like, I remember I went home and I was so mad. I got all those Mad Lib off the Mad Villainy album. I think it was like Rhinestone Cowboy or something like that. And I sat there and I wrote I write like 36 bars, 48 bars, just writing bars all the time. It's trash. Toss it. Write 48 bars, write 48 bars. And I came back from like 2 or 3 weeks and that same cypher in that car and they're smoking a blunt and just absolutely blew everybody out of the water. And it was just like addiction from that point.
But that's the way it actually does happen though. Like, and people don't realize that like you it takes sometimes that critique to actually elevate you to that next level. If you was in a cipher and everybody wasn't doing what they were supposed to do and nobody said nothing to you, you wouldn't have just that bar that you spit just a second ago saying that they was like, nah, this ain't it. You need to go back, try again.
Yeah, you need to take that like shot to your ego.
Yeah.
To be like sitting there, you're like, yeah, like I'm rapping, but like when people are actually spitting, you like take that very personally. Like you get burned or embarrassed like that, you're just like, I'm not coming back, not coming correct at that point.
But it takes, just you just going back and saying, nah, this is what I'm gonna do. This is like, no, you know what? I'm really feeling this, and you just putting your ego aside and putting in the practice and putting in that work.
Yeah.
And after you wrote those bars, and you was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw this in the garbage.
Yeah.
This ain't it. And then when you went back, it was like, oh wait, hold on, who's this?
Hell yeah. And after that too, I mean, we started writing songs. I was with a group called the Chronic Collective for a while. We dropped a couple albums, and then I put out a solo album. And then I was with a group called 14 Trapdoors. We went down, played A3C in Atlanta. We did South by Southwest. But I mean, that's how I met Mr. Cheeks and all them. I was playing shows in like Jamaica Ave, and I played a couple shows out in Brooklyn and stuff like that, and just kind of rolled up there because I knew Ryan from the Ryan Show, and he's like, "Yo, you're dope." And you turn around, you see Royal Flush, you see Keith Murray, you see like these dudes in the crowd. You're like, all right, like I'm not gonna choke right now, and so you just gotta turn up. That's all. And then the rest is history.
And I think that's super duper important. And we talk about this all the time. Being in the right circles, being influenced by the individuals that we probably even idolized at one point. So to even be in a room with those same individuals really put you on your A game. Like you said,
Yeah.
I'm not going to choke. I can't choke. Guess what? I'm gonna get this done.
There's about two different personalities too, and you're presented with pressure like that. Like I've felt it in the past, and like I probably played like 110 something, 120 shows, and like there's been points that like I probably messed up, but like when you're in the key moment and it's pivotal, like not mess up, like that pressure's on. That's like a propulsion mechanism versus like you can either let it like push you down and like make you mess up, or you're like pure energy and just kind of like roll with it. That's a beautiful thing when it actually comes out.
Yo, and what it is, because as they say, right? Pressure busts pipes or pressure creates diamonds, right? Either way,
Yeah.
right? So either you're gonna have a destructive moment where you got water everywhere, or we got something that's really worth value.
And you're hitting that jeweler up real quick, like, what's up? Let me get a bag.
telling you, and that's just what it is. Like it's what it is, and I think people really need to understand that, and we get caught up in our feelings and our emotions so much that we don't even move forward and operate in the ways that we sit there and we look for that golden opportunity, but we're not willing to put in the work to get there.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't mean to cut you off there. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. Go ahead.
I'm saying sometimes, especially when people first start off like rapping or something like that, like you get a couple bars put together and you're like, oh man, that sounds dope. And it's like it's the same thing as being like a comedian or being anything else. And it's like sometimes you're not ready for that platform. Like you have to put the work in, you have to put the time in, because if you're presented with that opportunity too early, it's overwhelming. So you can't play a show down at like A3C in Atlanta after you just started rapping like 3 months before. And like even if somebody gave you that platform or that stage, like you're not ready for it. Like that's too much.
Yeah, and it does get overwhelming. And what I could say is, especially with Ryan, right, and with this whole event that we got coming up on November 1st, right? There is a whole thing that's going on. With me and Mac Daddy was just chopping it up and we was talking. And we're talking about over 100 performances. Over 100 performances, right? And it's one of those things that with Ryan, the Ryan Show, Mr. Cheeks, Mac Daddy, yourself, Hampton Dave, and everybody else that is in the building, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, on the side of the scenes, all around pushing this event. It's one of those things that we're doing it because we understand that there's a purpose behind it.
Yeah, there's a purpose, there's a need, and there's a reason to be doing this. 100%.
Right. It's not to appease the people that are watching. Y'all not doing it because it's gonna give you clout. Y'all
No.
not doing it because it's something to do for today. Y'all
Yeah.
doing it because y'all identified that this is something that the world needs to see.
100%. When this first started out, I remember Ryan, he called me and I was just sitting there. I don't know. I was working on something else. I was working on like schoolwork or something like that. And he's just like, listen, he's like, I have this project going on. This is the most important possible thing that I have on my agenda right now. And I was like, what's going on? He's like, I need you to do a write-up right now about this event that we're going to set up for Abba Kinder. And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, all right, in 10 minutes, we're going to get on a phone call with Rosie and the kids and everybody from Uganda. And I said, okay, let's do it. So we hopped on the phone call. I listened to everything that she had going on and the amount of dedication that this woman had, that she took the money that she had out of her pocket. She saw a need in Uganda and she created and the whole purpose with Abba Kinder is it's not like something you see on TV where it's like, all right, give us some money, blah, 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 donate. They actually created a self-sustaining system. And so people are farming to create their own food. People are learning, and it's creating education. It's creating a cyclical method in which people are also developing skills, and it's building a progress that the end goal is they can take care of themselves, because that's what every person wants to do. Nobody wants to just be continuously getting money for something. You want pride in yourself, and you're building these things. And they were on track to do this. And then most of the world, COVID-19 messed almost everybody's plans up. But so basically they just really, these are super talented kids and it's very smart people, and they just need a little bit of help right now to get that system back up and running, a little bit of oil in the engine,
And you know what? The way social media and the internet and everything pushes things, it's like, oh, we need all this funding, because we have all these crowdfunding platforms,
right,
that really put all these things out there.
Yeah.
And it's people always, individuals, people, organizations, always asking for large amounts of money.
Right.
So we kind of we're a little bit desensitized to it, but
Yep.
as you just explained it, it's like, yo, they're not looking for that.
Yeah.
They are looking for, look, this is what we're doing. We just want to be self-sustaining in the
Yeah.
things that we do. We want to showcase our talent. We want to know the world that we're here. It's more just like, hey, hello. It's more like a wave
Yeah.
that this event is. There is no donate, give me thousands and thousands of dollars to get this to continue going on. It's like, yo, just say hello, we're people too. And that's
Yeah,
it.
it's just like that engine sitting there that they could usually it's the tank's full of gas and that engine can pump and continue and move through and that system can continue to go, but sometimes outside factors affect things, and that's a realistic thing that happens in life. And as Americans, yeah, it happens to us, but somewhere like Uganda, where the need is already an infinitely higher demand than a lot of stuff that we deal with, they were doing good. And you can tell there's a pride within the children, there's a pride within the staff, there's a pride within Rosie, who it's not something that they're just asked for some kind of money grab, and then a couple months or a year down the road they're gonna all right, give us some more money or something like that. They just want to do things on their own and have that sense of pride in themselves, which they have because they're incredible people. I got to speak to the children, I got to speak to the staff, and they're all extremely intelligent, extremely smart people, and they're just trying to make this happen. They just need a little bit of help. And all they're asking for right now is recognition of what's going on there and for people to reach out and to help them.
And that's it. And all that it takes. And you know, I know you could probably relate to some of the things that I've probably seen in my youth and even to this day is donate a dollar, save a children, save a
Yeah.
child or whatever. Right?
March of
They're
Dimes
not
kind
asking,
of stuff.
right. And they're not asking for that. It's just like, hey, look, we're here.
You know,
Just pay attention. We don't need your dollar. Just
right.
recognize who we are. We are people too.
Yeah, it's like your neighbor in your community or somebody that's been around you and say they got down on their luck like a month. Maybe they like lost a job or maybe something happened and they just need that little push for that month or that little bit of help. And then that person's up, they're back, they're a hard worker, they're continuously pushing forward. But we're human beings and sometimes one of those slips. And that's the whole point of like being the global community and being people is that there's a hand to reach out and say, hey, I got you. As hopes that somebody would do that for you too.
Yeah, and it's just the truth. It is the actual reality of it. And there are so many points in our life today that because of the way we grew up or the things that we saw or because of mainstream media, we look at things and we're very skeptical.
Oh yeah.
We're very skeptical when somebody's like, yo, hey, look, I'm here. It is there's always that ulterior motive when it comes to that type of push in media. There's always the ulterior motive. But that ulterior motive is always equated to money.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, just look out for us. Yo, look, we're here. I will tell you this: to have over 100 talents in one streaming event, forget streaming, just in one event in itself, is nearly impossible.
Correct.
It's nearly impossible. If I could get 20 people to perform on stage during an event, I'm like, damn, I did awesome.
Yeah. You're also dealing with too, like you're talking about dancing, singing, boxing, spoken word poetry. Like, you tell me one event ever that's existed. Like I played hip hop shows where I followed comedians, or I played hip hop shows where there was fire breathers and stuff and jugglers and shit like that. I played some weird stuff, man. I played biker bars and things like that. But these kids have such an infinite amount of talent that even if this was not an event to help them, people should tune in anyways. Like this is a crazy variety show. Like where are you going to get this? It's amazing.
And outside of being able to capture it on a platform, they are delivering it because it is going to be on YouTube stream live November 1st, right?
100%, 10 o'clock.
Right. This is it. That's Eastern Standard Time, right?
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time, which I think is probably because I think in Uganda it's probably like about a 12-hour difference, or somewhere around this, somewhere like that. Which even to orchestrate that based on the time difference, I can't even get people to get on a show when they 3 hours behind. So we're talking about a half a day. So I need people to understand that this is not something easy. This is not they're streaming live or whatever's going on. This is something that has been orchestrated for over 2.5 years.
Yeah, this has been constant communication, constant. You talk about we're in like a WhatsApp or something. We say good morning, they say good evening. Like that's how we deal like almost every single day. And you're talking about I believe Rosie's back in Germany too. So you're orchestrating between Germany, Uganda, because of COVID, and then the United States and all this stuff. And it's the most important possible thing in the world. And if you ever had the chance to speak with this woman, when you hear her talk about the mission and what she set up and actually talk to these kids, you don't have any other choice but to realize this is the most important thing going on in your life outside all whatever social stresses are going on. I'm a single father. I got my kid. I deal with a whole bunch of different stuff on a daily basis. But I know in the back of my head, I'm like, what's going on with Abba Kinder? This needs to succeed.
And it just, when it makes sense, it makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's just what it is, regardless of whatever obstacles are put in front of you. When it makes sense, it makes sense. And this makes sense to me. From the first time I heard about it, and it was probably maybe a couple of weeks ago and Ryan reached out to me. He's like, yo, hey, what you got for me? How can you help? I'm like, say less.
Yeah, 100%.
I got you. We're going to make this happen. But before we get up out of here, what I want to do is I want to take a quick music break. And then when we come back, I want you to give all the people the information on how to follow the event, how to follow you, and everything else that is going on, not only with you, but the Ryan Show. And please give out the information for everything that's going on.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes. All right, so we're going to get into this real quick. Here we go, y'all. Let's get it.
Russ, let me talk to him. Yeah. Badass with an attitude. Yeah. Leah win. Uptown, boogie down, Bronx, bitch. Uptown. Nigga, don't forget it again. Heard all these bitches wanna fuck with me now. Nah, keep the same energy. CEO, head honcho, and press president. Whenever you addressing me, 2-seater skirt in my whip. Drop the top like I'm showing off my tits. Got a crazy nigga that'll pop with a clip. When they hit the target, I hopscotch on a dick. Man down. You're not about the action, you're a noun. Calm my vibes, they hate when I come back around. Make a hot head hoe simmer down. And they know it now, bitch. Number one next to you, zeros. Call me a 10. I am God's and the next to you, weak hoes. Look at my flex, yeah. I will always be lethal. Why they so vexed? Word to me that I'm going beast mode. That's why they fret, yeah. If a bitch try to get loco, on our face, Timberland logo. Don't let up until we see Rojo. Say no names, no more free promo. Shh, I said what I said. You imagine nigga all in my DMs. He know this pussy top tier. He wanna eat it and leave with me all in his beard. You don't compare, I make him bust quick. Pussy so fat, look like a tuck dick. Waist on snatch and thighs is dumb thick. Eyeliner sharp and cut a bum bitch. Shaking in their denim, cause I'm spitting words like venom. Leah got these hoes feeling paranoid, but with no delay to switch blade. Turn your face and your J's to some corduroys. Number one next to you, zeros. Call me a 10. I am God's and the next to you, weak hoes. Look at my flex, yeah. I will always be lethal. Why they so vexed? Word to me that I'm going beast mode. That's why they fret, yeah. Number one next to you, zeros. Call me a 10. I am God's and the next to you, weak hoes. Look at my flex, yeah. I will always be lethal. Why they so vexed? Word to me that I'm going beast mode. That's why they fret, yeah.
It's Lil Win. I know they really mad now. they like really motherfucking bad, you know? Killing these hoes. They like, I know they might have feeling up. I know they might have singing bitches really fucking killing up. Nah, let me stop. I'm done on these niggas.
Damn, mesmerized right there. Oh my God, she can call that me. God damn, boy.
Yeah, but she's definitely a dope artist, man. And I think, and I haven't spoke to Ryan about her, but one day I know that she could definitely pop off on the Ryan show, which I think
Oh yeah, man.
is
Holler
super
at
dope.
us, dude. We'll get her on there, dude. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like she is definitely super dope.
No, she
And it
got
was
bars too. That was fire.
no, she did, and she actually sings and raps. So it's one of those things where she can actually not only back up her bars but back up her vocals too.
Well, yeah, man. Something about a woman swinging a Glock around like that I'm on board. But
It- it's a
getting back,
beautiful thing.
yeah, 100%. But getting back on topic here, yeah. You want me to do my shout outs right here for like where they can find the links at?
Yes, where you find all the links where they can follow you, where they can know what's going on with you, not only with you, but with the Ryan Show, and also with the event that is
Yeah,
dropping 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, November 1st.
100%. I'll start with what's most important here is you can check them out as Abakinder International on Instagram. That's going to be like the actual page if you want to like check out the program and see what they're going on now. They actually made a separate Instagram page, which is Aberkinder Talent Show. And then obviously you can find us at the Ryan Show on Instagram, the Ryan Show FM, in between which would be the actual YouTube show and the actual FM show. And then follow me on Instagram is Alibi Jones on Instagram. But yeah, I'm sure Mag Daddy covered a lot of this kind of stuff. But man, just come out, check out the event. This is life changing for people. This isn't like not some promoter is going to give me extra $20 or something. This means nothing to us besides doing something what's important for the global community and a bunch of people I've grown to know and love. And please come check out the event. You're going to have a bunch of celebrities out there for a little bit of enticement. I mean, you got Mr. Cheeks, you got Greg Vaughn, Hugh Jackson, Fredro Starr, Young Dirty Bastard, DJ Scratch, DJ Diamond, amongst others. And like, it's just going to be a great time. And you're going to see an extremely talented kids doing what they love to do and a global audience that they never thought they'd be able to do it in front of. So it's a win-win for everybody. And if you can donate, that's fantastic. If not, just come check out the event and try to spread some awareness and just try to help these people out, man, because they're just trying to get on their feet. When they get on their feet, they're going to start running. And that's all they want to do. They're not here for any sort of support system like that. They just want to get back to doing what they were doing, like all of us have after COVID-19, when it shut goddamn everything down. Restaurants, businesses, whatever. But this is their livelihood. This is children. This is single mothers. This is just people that need help. So please do everything you can. Your boy got a machine gun, Andy. Yeah. I'm glad I got out of bed, boy.
Right. I'm just saying, this is what I do all day, every day. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's super duper important. And like you said, like, they're not looking for that astronomical, repetitive, reoccurring support system. It's like, yo, just recognize who we are.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's it. And people in this day and age, even prior to this, it's people just want to be seen for who they are.
Right.
And like you said, you got celebrities coming in the building. You hit it. You was throwing it. I don't want to say you was name dropping.
Yeah.
But you was kind of name dropping.
Yeah.
Like
name dropping for a good cause. Not for my next album.
Right. But it was done with a purpose, but with a good purpose. Right?
Yeah.
And I would say karma is a motherfucker. I don't care what nobody says. Right? When you do things for the right reason, there are a lot of benefits that are received from it. And I know that you guys are not doing it to receive the benefits behind of the good things that you were doing. You're doing it because you guys are open hearted and you believe in what you're doing, and that's it. And
Yeah.
that's all that matters. And that's it.
At the end of the day, we're human, man. Like, we're all human. We go through different experiences. We have different problems. We have different trials and tribulations. But as a community, as a planet, like, we're humans, man. And some of these kids, like, if you don't got a plate of food to eat, like, it's a no-brainer to me. No matter what else I have going on in my life, that's where my focus and attention needs to be. So I hope people can take like a little bit of time out of their day and probably put a little bit of focus and attention where it needs to be.
And I can tell you, I don't want to say that I was ever privileged, right? But I never knew what it was not to have a plate of food at the end of the night, at
Right.
the beginning of my day. I don't even know what that even looks like.
Yeah.
So to even be able to assist an individual or a group of people that sit there and worry about where the next plate of food is coming from, it's super important. Like it's just that simple.
Yeah. It's a no-brainer. There's nothing to think about. Like, there's no, like, there's no conflict of interest. There's no this, that. That's just what needs to be done. It's what's important. And so we must do it.
And you said it best. It's being human,
Yeah.
right? Because at the end of the day, that's what we are, right? There is no color spectrum that determines anything about being human. Has nothing
Yeah.
to do with it.
No.
Everyone needs to eat. Everyone needs a place. They need a roof over their heads. They need a plate of food to eat. And that's just the way we need to keep it. And when we keep it that basic and don't sit there and put all what goes on in media or what goes on in the world, and if we was to keep it that basic, we as a world, right? Earth, right? Because I don't even know what planet we are in the solar system.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. I
I
don't
met
know.
a couple people that might be aliens, but besides that, yeah, we're focused on our planet.
You're right, but like we're on the earth, and this is what it is, and we're all human. We all occupy the same space, right? That whole sphere that they tell us that we're on. I wasn't there when they took the measurements, but this is what they tell us that we're on, and that's just what it is. There's a whole continental drift. There's this whole this. There's this whole that. There's all this stuff that's going on. But outside of all that, when I look at you, when I look at every individual that I come across, it's like, yo, you got two eyes, you got two arms, you got two legs, you got a body. There's an upper torso, bottom torso. We got hair. Like it's just as simple as that, and
Yeah.
that's just what it means to me. And tuning into to this event on November 1st is super duper important
It's about
because
as important as it can get, man. It's about as important as it can get. If you're just show some love or show some care for somebody that you'll never probably ever meet, but you can just have that in the back of your head that when somebody within this world that you had a chance to help, you did it. And that's it's just something to feel good about, because if you were in that same position or positions are switched, man, I'd hope that that same person would be out just trying to make sure that things be okay with me.
and that is the absolute fact. And I can't say it better than you. I don't know what type of beer you drinking right now, but it looks
Labatt Blue.
but it
Probably
looks
close to
very,
the
very
Canadian border up here.
it looks good in that glass, by the way. And that's all I'm gonna say. It definitely looks
It
good
looks
in
a
that
lot better than what's in the can. That just looks depressing. There's something about a beer in a glass and a beer in a can, man, but that's not what we're talking about.
right. But it's all I'm gonna say is this: show love. The link is easy to share. It's a button, like literal. It's not even a physical button. It is something that somebody decided they was going to code and put together on your phone, and it's the share. And usually it's blue. I want to say it's blue. It might be another color, maybe on the phone that you're using. But all you gotta do is share it. Get people to tune in. It's super duper important. Show love. All they're looking for is to say, look, I'm a person just like you. Watch me.
Yeah.
Appreciate what I'm delivering.
And I'm here
I
for you
love
and
you.
I care. Yeah.
And I love it. And that even Facebook in themselves decided that instead of the like button and the love button, they have a care emoji that you can
Yeah.
select.
It's real
So
wholesome. It's got like a hugging thing going on. I'm
right,
into
now,
it.
so they took the laughing out loud emoji and they put a heart and they put it together and they put some hands on it
Yeah.
like, and
Some
that's
wholesome
all that
shit.
it is. And that's all that it is. And we can do that. You don't gotta like it, you don't gotta love it, but you can care about the message that's being delivered. And that is what is going on November 1st at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, aka the Ryan Show, aka the whole team, aka everything that's going down. And you just gotta love it, like it, share it. I don't care if you don't even like it, just share it. I like that don't even matter. Just share it. That's it.
Sharing is
There's a
caring,
button.
man.
Sharing is caring. That's it. So I appreciate you being on. I appreciate you chopping it up with me. And we definitely going to sit and continue to build, not just with the Ryan Show, with all of you guys as the individual, with the Proper Radio Show and WEMS. And we're going to keep on doing what we do. And I appreciate your music, your freestyles, and everything else. And I don't know if you do realize it, but even in the beginning of this interview, some of the things that you said were very inspirational for some of the people that maybe got shut down in the beginning when they started. But some of the things that you said will push them to that next level because
It's
that's
been
all that it takes.
it's been a privilege being on here, man. And for anybody out there, like if you're just starting out, you're doing rap or whatever you're doing, whether you're writing a book, whether you're a comedian, whether you're anything, like don't ever take that first bit of like a letdown or like somebody like clowning you or something. It's like something that you're like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go, like I'm gonna settle for something else. Use it as fuel, man. Like use it as fuel. Use it as energy. Use it as rocket fuel. Propel yourself to the next level. And yeah, that's about all. I'm not a particular motivational speaker. I just got my ass out of bed, but it's been a privilege to be here, B. And hey man, just tune in, please, November 1st and check us out, 10 a.m. And you're gonna enjoy the show anyways. And just take it one step further, whatever you can do, whether you can donate, whether you can share it, whether you can share it to somebody that might donate. Just do whatever you can. That's all we can do. Nobody has to shoulder the weight alone, but with the amount of people we have in this world, the amount of people we have in our communities, we can make a real difference.
And we're talking about trillions, not billions, not millions of people that the internet has allowed us to connect to. So if you had one person donate $1
Yeah.
out of the trillions of people that are in this world, they can truly make a difference. And even if
Yeah.
it was 50% or 25% of those trillions of people, it will make a difference for the people that do not have the ability to hold on to those resources or have access to those resources. So it's nothing. 50 cents, 25 cents, 10 cents will make a difference if trillions of people actually donate. And that's
Everything
it.
accumulates.
It does. And that's just a wonderful thing. So I thank you, my brother. So have a
No
great
problem,
evening.
man.
Have a great evening. And we're gonna do this again and we're gonna stay in touch.
No, 100%, man. I'll add you or something on Instagram. Reach out, man. I love this. It's been a great conversation, regardless. You have me back on. We could talk about climate change. I don't know anything about, but I'll spew some stuff out for you. So,
No, but I got you. And there has been, I've focused on the Proper Radio Show and why more on music, but it's definitely connecting people together and really showing a different aspect of the world
yeah.
the way we do things as individuals. And to me, we get so focused on what we look like that we don't even attempt to have a conversation with the individuals that we need to, because we can close that gap that we have amongst each other if we just have a conversation.
I completely agree, man.
And that's it. Like right now, the top of your head long, mine long too. The only thing mine yours is laying down. I'm just
I'm working on that Castaway beer, dude. I just met a really cool volleyball. His name's Wilson. I think it's gonna work out. I think we might be good friends.
Yo, but I think it's a beautiful thing, man. But tonight has been nothing but love, and shout out to November 1st, right? November 1st, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There are going to be links. This show will be airing this week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there will be links all over this video. So I just want you to know that there will be the opportunity for you to tune in and understand what it is before it even happens, because that's what it's going to be.
100%, man. Peace and love to everybody listening, and let's just do something nice for just for your brothers or sisters, just around the world. Doesn't matter who you are, man. Let's just do something good, and swear to God, it'll improve your own life. Just doing something nice. Just doesn't need to be Christmas time, dude. But pretend you like your relatives.
That's it, man. Nothing but love, man. And yo, have a great night, my brother.
Hey, you too, my man.
Easy.
Peace.
Yo, so you already know it's your boy Prophet Pete from the city that never sleeps. I got the gray hairs above the mic, under the mic, on the side of the mic. It all is what it is. And I want to say, make sure that you stay tuned to the event. And I'm going to take you out with some music with my people's Red Rum. Here we go. We out of here, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, yo, pass that. Right. We on fire. My heat wave is on fire. I came to get paid, nigga. I know you feel my fire. You live by it, you die by the fire. Bonafide rider, you playing with the fire.
Booth on fire, let it burn, let it burn. 3rd degree for free, everybody gets a turn. Money on your head, everybody gets to earn. Free education, everybody gets to learn. Extinction level event when I get the urge. Blackout, my spaz game, power gets the surge. Diesel in my lungs where the sourness occurs. Get ate up and shit out, devoured in the purge. You wouldn't last an hour on the curb. The muscle behind the hustle when powder's getting served. Your inners and your outers getting merged. Pick of the litter, niggas is dinners and that's my word. Live by, die by, it's a gift and a curse. Dinner reservation for 10, make them fit in the hearse. Enterprise, genocide, whole cliques get murked. 10 toes down in the grittiest dirt.
We on fire. My heat wave is on fire. I came to get paid, nigga. I know you feel my fire. You live by it, you die by the fire. Bonafide rider, you playing with the fire.
You can't defeat me. I discreetly dispose of you when it comes to murder. I do it neatly. Sound boys, you're on notice. My focus laser like I chase the paper all day. I kill rappers at night. Vaughn say he your entree, that's rapper delight. My niggas call me road, not brother polite. I get the block bubbling right. My hustle tight, I got a couple vices. I sold dope at wholesale prices. The ends justify the means, for cream to seem righteous. Your little dreams mixed with the fiends and the vipers. You don't want no drama, you like Mo Bamba. I'm more like Black Mamba, with a taped up llama. Snake charmer, this the jungle, it ain't safe partner. Super predator, once you wear my crosshairs, I pop ya. I'm on fire, nigga, like the Human Torch. Caught a heat stroke as soon as I hopped off the porch. Rats.
We on fire. My heat wave is on fire. I came to get paid, nigga. I know you feel my fire. You live by it, you die by the fire. Bonafide rider, you playing with the fire.
Yeah, and you already know who it is, man. It's you have been tuned in to the Prophet Radio Show with your boy Prophet Pete from the city that never sleeps, and we out of here, y'all. Let's get it.